Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to another uplifting episode of our Gratitude podcast. Today, we're diving deep into the transformative power of gratitude. Gratitude is more than just a fleeting feeling, it's a practice, a mindset, and a way of life that can profoundly impact our overall well-being. In this episode, we'll uncover some common signs of low gratitude and how to spot them in ourselves and others. We'll explore real-life examples that illustrate just how powerful gratitude can be in our daily lives. But that's not all. We'll also share simple and effective ways to cultivate gratitude and learn to appreciate life's small moments. Whether it's a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a kind word from a friend, or the beauty of a sunset, there's always something to be grateful for. Are you ready to welcome more gratitude and happiness into your life? If so, stay tuned, because this episode is packed with insights and tips to help you start your journey towards a positive mindset. Remember to like this episode if it resonates with you, subscribe for more uplifting content every week, and comment with your thoughts or experiences with gratitude. Let's support each other's journeys and create a community of positivity and support. So, without further ado, let's get started on this beautiful journey of gratitude. Thank you for joining us, and let's dive in.
Ever get that feeling like you're just stuck in this, quicksand of negativity?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else, they seem to be, off having a blast. I think we've all been there.
Definitely.
Today, we are diving deep into, gratitude.
Okay.
But with a twist.
Right.
We're going beyond just the basics and really looking into kind of the sneaky signs of low gratitude that might be holding us back from really enjoying life.
I think what's often overlooked is that lack of gratitude, it isn't just about not saying thank you, right?
Yeah.
It can really manifest in these subtle ways that impact our well-being without us even realizing it. It's like this low-grade negativity just humming in the background, and it colors all of our experiences.
So we're going to unpack those signs, the telltale signs, the constant complaining, never-ending comparison, and that sense of entitlement. It leaves us feeling dissatisfied. And we'll kind of explore why these habits, pop up and how they can actually shrink our capacity for joy.
The fascinating part is by understanding these signs, we can start to rewire our thinking.
Okay.
It's not about forcing ourselves to be happy all the time, but it's about cultivating an appreciation for the good that already exists in our lives.
So we'll dive into some practices that can help us shift.
Yes.
From a scarcity mindset to one of abundance.
Absolutely.
So if you're ready to trade in those negativity goggles for some rose-colored gratitude glasses, let's get started.
The first step is recognizing those red flags.
Yeah.
That signal a lack of gratitude. Doing a mental inventory of our habits and thought patterns, right?
Yeah.
To see if any of these sneaky culprits are lurking in the shadows.
Okay, so let's talk about those sneaky culprits.
Yeah.
One of the most common, I think, is that constant complaining.
Right.
That friend who always finds something to whine about, or maybe even ourselves, when we get caught in that loop of negativity.
That's a classic indicator.
Right.
When we're fixated on what's wrong, what's missing, what's not fair.
Right.
It makes it nearly impossible to appreciate the good things that we do have.
Yeah.
It's we're training our brains to scan for problems instead of blessings.
It's like wearing those negativity goggles you mentioned.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to see the beauty when we're so focused on the flaws.
And what's interesting is complaining, it often stems from a sense of entitlement.
Oh, interesting.
It's this belief that we deserve certain things or that life should always go our way.
Right. Yeah.
And then when reality doesn't meet those expectations,
we resort to complaining
right
as a way to express our dissatisfaction.
And speaking of expectations, another sign is that comparison game.
Oh, absolutely.
Scrolling through social media, feeling envious of everyone's, seemingly perfect lives.
Right.
Or constantly measuring ourselves against others and coming up short.
The comparison trap is a sneaky one.
Yeah.
Because it often disguises itself as ambition. Or, striving for improvement.
Right.
But when it becomes a chronic habit, it breeds discontentment and it robs us of the joy of appreciating our own unique journey.
It's like we're constantly looking over the fence.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of tending to our own garden. We get so caught up in what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
That we forget to appreciate the flowers blooming right in front of us.
And what fuels that comparison trap is often a scarcity mindset.
Okay.
This belief that there's not enough to go around.
Yeah. So we have to compete for resources, for recognition, for happiness.
It's like seeing life as a pie, right?
Yes.
With only so many slices.
Yeah.
And we think if someone else gets a bigger piece,
right,
there's less for us.
Gratitude reframes this perspective.
Okay.
It shifts us to an abundance mindset.
Yeah.
Where we recognize there's enough goodness, enough joy, enough success to go around.
Yeah.
It's not a zero-sum game.
Okay.
Where someone else's win diminishes our own.
So how do we break free from these low gratitude habits?
Right.
And start cultivating more appreciation in our lives?
Well, the good news is that even small shifts in our thinking and behavior can make a big difference.
Okay.
It's about creating daily practices that train our brains to focus on the good, the positive, and the things we're grateful for.
So it's not about like a massive personality overhaul, but rather incorporating these little gratitude nuggets into our everyday routines.
Precisely. One of the simplest yet most effective practices is keeping a gratitude journal.
Okay.
Spending just a few minutes each day, jotting down things we're thankful for, can have a powerful impact on our outlook.
I've heard about this before, but is there a specific way to do it?
Yeah.
To really reap the benefits?
It's less about the quantity and more about the quality of our reflection. The key is to be specific and savor the feeling of gratitude as we write.
So instead of just writing, I'm grateful for my family.
Yes.
I could write, I'm grateful for my mom's infectious laugh.
Yeah.
And the way she always knows how to make me feel better.
That's a great example. The more specific and detailed we are, the more we engage our senses and emotions, making the experience of gratitude more vivid and memorable.
So it's like we're painting a picture of gratitude with our words and bringing those positive feelings to life.
And it doesn't have to be limited to grand gestures or major life events.
Right.
Sometimes the most powerful moments of gratitude come from appreciating those simple things like a sunny morning, a delicious cup of coffee, a kind word from a stranger.
It's about shifting our focus.
Exactly.
From what's missing to what's present and savoring those little moments of joy that we often take for granted.
And as we practice this, we start to rewire our brains to scan for the positive instead of the negative. It's like we're gradually replacing those negativity goggles with rose-colored gratitude glasses.
I'm already feeling a bit lighter just thinking about it.
Yeah.
But what about those times when we're struggling? When life throws us a curveball?
Right.
And it feels hard to find anything to be grateful for.
That's when the practice of gratitude becomes even more important.
Okay.
It's not about denying the challenges or pretending everything is perfect.
Yeah.
It's about finding those glimmers of light, those moments of grace, even in the midst of difficulty.
So it's like a muscle we need to flex.
Exactly.
Especially when it feels hard to do so. But how do we actually find those glimmers of light when we're surrounded by darkness?
One powerful technique is reframing.
Okay.
It's about intentionally shifting our perspective to look for the lessons, the growth opportunities, or the unexpected blessings that might be hidden within a challenging situation.
So instead of asking, why is this happening to me?
Right.
We could ask, what can I learn from this?
Exactly.
Or how can I grow from this experience?
That's the idea. It's not about minimizing the pain or pretending it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that even in the darkest of times, there are often valuable lessons to be learned, hidden strengths to be discovered, and unexpected sources of support to be found.
It's like finding those diamonds in the rough.
Exactly.
Those sparks of resilience navigate even the most difficult storms.
Sometimes those diamonds are the compassion we receive from others.
Oh, wow.
The realization of our own inner strength or the unexpected opportunity that emerges from what we thought was a setback.
So reframing isn't about toxic positivity or denying our feelings.
No.
It's about intentionally choosing to look for the good, even when it's hard to see.
Precisely. And the more we practice this, the more it becomes a habit. Way of approaching life's challenges with a more optimistic and empowered mindset.
It's like we're building a resilience muscle.
Exactly.
Training ourselves to bounce back from adversity with more grace and gratitude.
And that resilience, it doesn't just benefit us individually. It ripples out into our relationships, our communities, and the world around us. When we approach life with gratitude, we're more likely to be kind, compassionate, and supportive of others.
It's like gratitude is contagious.
Exactly.
Spreading positive vibes wherever we go.
And those positive vibes have a powerful ripple effect in a more harmonious and joyful world.
I love that.
Right.
So we've talked about journaling, reframing.
Yeah.
Are there any other practices that can help us boost our gratitude levels?
Another powerful practice is mindful appreciation.
Okay.
It's about intentionally slowing down and savoring the present moment, using all of our senses to truly appreciate the beauty, the goodness, and the simple pleasures that surround us.
So instead of rushing through our day on autopilot, taking the time to really notice and appreciate the little things.
It could be taking a moment to appreciate the warmth of the sun on our skin, taste of our favorite meal, the sound of laughter, or the beauty of nature.
Like hitting the pause button.
Exactly.
On the hustle and bustle of life and allowing ourselves to like fully immerse in the present moment.
And when we do this, something magical happens. We start to notice the abundance of beauty, joy, and wonder that often goes unnoticed when we're, rushing through life on autopilot.
It's like we're opening our eyes to the richness of life. Been there all along, but we were too busy to see it.
And the more we practice this, the more we cultivate a sense of wonder and appreciation for the world around us. It's like we're rediscovering the joy of being alive, even in the midst of ordinary moments.
This is so inspiring. I can already feel my perspective shifting just thinking about these practices. We'll dive deeper into some more practical tips for cultivating gratitude and explore the, incredible benefits this simple yet powerful practice can have on our lives.
I'm excited to delve into more ways we can weave gratitude into our lives. It's like learning a new language. One that speaks to the heart and really transforms our experience of the world.
I love that analogy. And I'm ready to become fluent in gratitude.
Absolutely.
So what other practical tips can you share that will help us make this shift?
One powerful way is through expression. It's not just about feeling thankful, internally, but also about actively expressing that appreciation to others.
So we're talking about going beyond the automatic thank you and really making an effort to acknowledge and appreciate the people in our lives.
Precisely. It could be a heartfelt letter to a friend, a sincere compliment to a colleague, or simply telling our loved ones how much we appreciate them.
Yeah, I've noticed that when I take the time to express my gratitude to someone, it not only makes them feel good, but it also reinforces those feelings of appreciation within myself.
Yes.
It's like a win-win.
That's the beauty of expressing gratitude. It strengthens our connections with others while simultaneously deepening our own sense of thankfulness. It's like this positive feedback loop that amplifies those good vibes all around.
And it doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Sometimes the simplest acts of kindness, like holding the door for someone or offering a genuine compliment, can make a world of difference.
Those small acts of kindness are like seeds of gratitude that we plant. in the world.
Yeah.
And just like seeds, they have the potential to blossom
Right.
into something beautiful and impactful.
I love that visual.
Yeah.
So we've talked about journaling, reframing, mindful appreciation, and expressing gratitude. Are there any other practices we can incorporate?
Another powerful technique is to create gratitude rituals.
Right.
These are intentional practices that we weave into our daily or weekly routines to make gratitude a more consistent part of our lives.
So instead of waiting for gratitude to, I guess, magically appear,
exactly,
creating space for it to flourish. What are some examples of gratitude rituals?
One simple yet effective ritual is to start each day
Okay.
reflecting on 3 things you're grateful for. It could be anything from the comfort of your bed to the smell of freshly brewed coffee.
I've heard that starting the day with gratitude can set a positive tone for the entire day. It's like, we're priming our minds.
Exactly, yes.
To look for the good.
And ending the day with a similar ritual, reflecting on the good things that happened or the things you accomplished, can help you fall asleep with a sense of contentment and peace.
Yeah. So it's like bookending our days with gratitude, creating a positive container for all the experiences in between.
Another powerful ritual is to incorporate gratitude into meal times.
Okay.
Taking a moment before eating to express appreciation for the food, the people who prepared it, and the nourishment it provides can transform an ordinary meal into a sacred experience.
I love that idea. It's a reminder that even the simplest act of eating can be an opportunity to cultivate gratitude.
And these rituals don't have to be solitary. Sharing gratitude with others, whether it's a family dinner where everyone shares what they're grateful for, or a gratitude walk with a friend, can amplify those positive effects.
It's like gratitude becomes a shared experience, strengthening our bonds and creating a more positive atmosphere in our relationships.
Precisely. And the more we incorporate these rituals into our lives, the more gratitude becomes a natural and spontaneous part of who we are. It's no longer something we have to force, but rather it flows effortlessly from within.
So it's like gratitude becomes a way of life.
Yes.
A lens through which we see the world.
Absolutely.
With more appreciation, joy, and wonder.
And the beautiful thing is that as we cultivate more gratitude, we start to experience this ripple effect in other areas of our lives.
Okay.
Our relationships improve, our resilience strengthens, and our overall well-being flourishes.
So it's not just about feeling good.
Right.
But it's about living better, connecting more deeply, and experiencing life with a greater sense of purpose and meaning.
Exactly. Gratitude is a transformative practice that has the power to elevate every aspect of our human experience.
I'm so inspired by this conversation, and I'm already feeling a shift within myself.
That's great.
But before we wrap up this deep dive, I'm curious to know about the science behind gratitude. Is there any research that supports these claims?
Absolutely. There's a growing body of research that demonstrates the profound impact gratitude has on our physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
Okay, let's dive into that. Because I'm always fascinated by the science behind how our minds and bodies work.
Studies have shown that people who practice gratitude regularly, they experience a wide range of benefits, including reduced stress and anxiety, improved sleep quality, increased resilience, and even a stronger immune system.
That's impressive. So it sounds like gratitude is more than just like a feel-good emotion.
Yeah.
It's actually a powerful tool for enhancing our overall, I guess, health and well-being.
Precisely. And the science behind it is fascinating.
Okay.
Gratitude has been shown to activate areas of the brain associated with reward, pleasure, and social bonding.
So when we practice gratitude, we're essentially flooding our brains with feel-good chemicals that have a positive impact on our mood, our behavior, and even our physical health.
That's a great way to put it. Gratitude is like a natural antidepressant and mood booster, It rewires our brains to focus on the positive and savor the good in our lives.
This is incredible. I'm starting to see gratitude in a whole new light. Not just as a nice thing to do, but as an essential practice for living a healthier, happier, and more fulfilling life.
I'm thrilled to hear that. And it's never too late to start.
Okay.
Cultivating more gratitude in your life.
Yeah.
Even small, consistent practices can make a world of difference.
This has been such an insightful and inspiring conversation. But before we wrap up, I want to hear what you're grateful for today. What's bringing you joy?
That's a wonderful question. It's funny. The more we talk about gratitude, the more things I find to be grateful for. at this moment, I'm so grateful for this conversation.
Yeah.
For the opportunity to share these insights.
Right.
You know, with you and our listeners, and for the power of gratitude to transform lives.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that gratitude ripple effect right now. And I have to say, I am so grateful for this deep dive. It's reminded me of the importance of cultivating gratitude.
Yes.
Not just as a concept,
right,
but as a daily practice.
It's a journey, isn't it? And the beauty is that the more we practice, the more natural it becomes.
Right.
You know, gratitude becomes less of a chore and more of a reflex,
right.
a way of being in the world that brings more joy, meaning, and connection to our lives.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the perfect note to end on.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the science of low gratitude and the power of cultivating appreciation, we want to leave you with a simple yet profound invitation.
Okay.
What are you grateful for today?
Yeah.
Take a moment to reflect on the good in your life, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant it may seem.
Yeah.
Write it down in your gratitude journal. Share it with a loved one, or just savor the feeling in your heart.
In your heart.
And remember, gratitude is a muscle
Yes.
that grows stronger with use.
Absolutely.
The more we practice, the more we shift our perspective from scarcity to abundance, from negativity to appreciation, from a sense of lack to a feeling of fullness.
Fullness. That's a great way to put it. And who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe that simple act of noticing and appreciating the good, it'll spark a ripple effect.
Right.
Spreading joy, kindness, and gratitude throughout your life and the lives of those around you.
We would love to hear your thoughts on this episode. What resonated with you? What are you grateful for today? Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations into the things that matter most.
Until next time, may your hearts be filled with gratitude.
Yes.
And your lives overflowing with joy.